So you want to learn Japanese forced with while start watching anime, and if you want to do this, at least have knowledge of all 46 katakana and hiragana, and at least some kanji, because like with some kanji, like the trees and these other ones, like for fire, water, and stuff like that, you're gonna be able, like, at least studying some kanji. I think it would help, but it's not mandatory. So, okay, let's start. So let me just hop on like a kid Japanese show, because I think that's really simple, but it's not like it's still kind of gonna be difficult for you. From from that to like an anime like One Piece, but personally, I'd still recommend watching some sort of like kid show that actually has it really simple, because most likely, again, I got interrupted. Most likely, because well, actually, I just personally recommend like kid shows, because at the same time, I feel like they would do it more dramatically and more in context. And when it's something like dramatic or over exaggerated, like you could clearly see when they say that word in Japanese or how it sounds like, you can actually understand somewhat what it means, but it won't necessarily work sometimes. Like, I think you should put on the captions too, especially when you are a beginner. And I don't necessarily recommend doing this for doing like the whole thing, because I think it's bad, but in terms of like listening and hearing, I feel like, listening and writing, it can be helpful. But you should rather learn it with, again, kid Japanese shows, or if you're advanced to some extent, maybe like a Japanese TV show. That's that's not like some sort of drama or something, but it should not be like weird, because, bro, it's bad. Like, if you do this if you watch weird stuff, don't. And it's pretty easy to understand if if you get it, and if you like. I'm Look. It just really depends on what you watch, and if you can clearly understand it, and if you can understand the context it's being said in, then I think it's gonna work. Like, but it's not only about understanding, but it's also about speaking, because a lot of people miss the speaking, and the speaking is what really matters. The most exciting part that a lot of people want. Like, you have to understand. Like, a lot of people are too scared, but the thing is, I'd probably recommend just watching the kid TV shows. Just to put it simply, just right now, if you're just like beginning to watch for like the sake of like learning more Japanese, just start with the kid shows, or at least like some sort of Japanese TV show that's not anime. But I still, by your own choice, you can still watch anime. But the reason I say is that you shouldn't necessarily use anime is because, or really not start with necessarily anime, and rather just kid TV shows, is because for any like anime or TV show, I doubt you're gonna understand anything. Like anything, like if anything, you're probably gonna understand some specific words. And like I said, you probably doubt. I doubt you're probably gonna understand anything. So just rather start small. But to put it simply again, this is a quick and simple way to learn Japanese, and not learning it all the way through this style, because it's very unconventional. Yes, there's gonna be exceptions, but that's very rare, and most likely you're not gonna figure it out through this context, and you're gonna also have to read the pitch accent and stuff. But if you, I like I'd say for the best learning styles, probably intellectually learning it, and also consuming native content. Like, yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, this is like, I didn't want to put any BS, and like, I just hope it helped you out. But you can see I kind of have doubts because not everyone's the same, and yet I feel like I might even doubt myself too. Like, yeah, I just hope this helped you out, and hopefully you take my advice and tell me if it works or not.